All right, y'all, good morning. It is show day. It is about 8 o'clock. I'm about to go down to the competitor meeting. Got my badge on. Yeah, man. So there's a little pre-meeting before everything. And then it's showtime at 9 o'clock. So we're about to do this thing, get it on. I'll check in with you guys in just a bit. All right, guys. So prejudging is done. Back up at the room. They did the IFBB pros first, and now they're doing the NPC athletes. So, to be honest, we didn't get the result we wanted, right? So, I was last call outs. So there were 3 call outs. There was first call out, second, and third. I was in the last call outs. Now, the reason I was in last call outs is because of size. Plain and simple. My conditioning was on point. It's the best conditioning I've ever had. Okay, I was dry, crispy, veiny, striations everywhere, right? But it was just the size. I think out of the IFBB pros who it was their pro debut, I think there were like 25 IFBB pros who competed. I was one of 3.
There were 50.
Huh?
There were 50.
50 IFBB pros?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah. Positive.
Okay, 50, she says. So, but I was one of 3. There were 3 new pros there. And surprisingly, we were all in the last call out. Now, that's because we are newer at this, not because of posing or conditioning or our trunks or just our general look, because we didn't have the muscle yet, right? I just didn't have enough muscle in my top area, my chest, my top shelf, and my shoulders. More needs to go there. So the plan was to, in 4 weeks, go back home to Texas, Austin, Texas, and do the Republic of Texas. But I don't know. Like, I don't want to go do that show and have the same thing happen, right? Because the qualification season is ramping up to get qualified for the Olympia. And we don't know how many other pros from all over the place are going to be coming to Texas to compete there to see if they can get points or, win the show to go to the Olympia. So I don't see the point in holding on to the diet for another 4 weeks just to step into a show to get blown out again, right? It doesn't make sense. I think the best thing to do if you're serious about this sport is to go back to the drawing board and get back to formulating a plan to grow for next season, right? It's June. We're halfway through the year. It'll be 2023 before we know it. The older we get, it seems like time flies faster and faster. So, that's how it felt for this show. I was like, okay, let's do this show. And then all of a sudden I was like 2 weeks out and I was like, wow. So, I'm thinking that's going to be what happens. I've told my coach, I've let him know, hey, I'll do what you think is best. If you think gaining experience doing the Republic of Texas in 4 weeks is best, I'll do that. But if you think shutting it down for the year and, going back to trying to grow the weak areas would be best, I'll do that. So he's got a bunch of athletes he's dealing with right now that are also here at the show. And then he has a few athletes at the Mile High right now. So he's going to get back to me in a little bit. But yeah, that's what's up. I'm not unhappy about it. I'm not sad about it. I'm not depressed about it. I expected a result like this. I expected my very first pro show to be a learning experience, to see how I stack up against other pros. Now I know, and now it's really, put, some crosshairs on the things I need to improve on, which only makes you better. The next time you step on, you'll be that much better, right? My last show, I weighed in at 209. I went pro at 209. This show, I weighed in, my lowest weight was 219. It's a 10-pound gain in lean muscle mass. And the show before I went pro, I was 199, and I stepped on stage at 209. That was a 10-pound gain. So every single off season, I gained 10 pounds in lean mass. Now, if I can duplicate that again in another off season, that means I'll step on stage 229 at 6'2.5", 6'3" on a good day, right? So 229 in the right places, that'll be ridiculous. I'll be wiping the floors with dudes, right? So yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know, be fully transparent. That's how this sport is. We have a tough showing and we learn from it, and we grow, and then we move on to the next one. And then, the next, series like this will be me holding up, my first place medal, telling you guys that I'm going to the Olympia. So, yeah. All right. So, we got about 45 minutes until NPC is done with their prejudging. I'll be back down there for finals. They'll hand out awards, and then, I'm going to go celebrate and eat whatever the heck I want. All right. I'll check with you guys in a few. Okay, y'all, so it is June 12th. It is about 5:30 in the morning. Doing some cardio just to, keep myself on track. We are doing the Republic of Texas in 4 weeks, so that would be July 9th. So we got exactly 4 weeks. Doing some cardio before we head out to the airport to head back to Austin, Texas. Just to, don't want to get sloppy. Last night, we went out and had a little celebration meal, some pizza. And then later that night, I had a burger and fries. And now it's time to, get back to the diet. Get some water in me. Make sure I get my levels back to where they need to be. And continue the the grind train, right? So want to stay tight as possible. Got some good critiques from all the judges. Spoke with the head judge last night, and basically it's what we thought already. More top shelf, more thickness in the chest, way more shoulders, especially on the side cap, and my lats. They want to see my lat thickness a bit bigger, so keep grinding on the back. My back is my strongest body part, but they said that they'd like to see a little bit more thickness back there. Other than that, everything else is great. So we're going to do that in the off season. We're going to work on those things, but until then, we're going to do the Republic, and then we're going to shut it down. The reason we're doing the Republic is just to learn our body and learn the things our body needs to do in order to come in as tight and as dry as possible. So, you practice that, you do a bunch of shows so you can get that down. So, when you take an off season, make improvements, you know exactly what to do for the next show in order to nail that conditioning. So that's why we're doing the Republic. But I got about 20 minutes left here on the treadmill, and I'll get back with you guys a little bit later on. I think this is going to be the last video of the DC prep. I will take you guys through what I'm doing for the Republic of Texas, show you that, and then we're going to do a whole series on coming out of a show, how to reverse diet out of a show, what's the best ways to pull yourself into a calorie surplus, and begin an actual growth season. I don't think a lot of YouTubers, fitness bodybuilder YouTubers, show that. So I'm gonna do that and take you guys through the entire journey of the entire growth season. It's gonna be a long one. And then show you how we pull all the way back into, prep. So it's gonna be good stuff. Leave me some suggestions on how to make the videos better, some information that you guys wanna hear. All right, catch you later.